Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. It is Saturday, October 30th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I am live. Hello, hello, hello. Good to see everybody. Thank you so much for being part of this broadcast. Welcome to my Facebook peeps who come in and chat during my broadcast. I am here for coloring and companionship and comfort and everything that goes with it. So come on in and enjoy. Welcome to my Facebook peeps who lurk. You guys are my viewers that come in but don't say anything, but that's okay. But hey, would love to have you come in. And welcome to my YouTube viewers. Good to see everybody. Okay guys, contest. We've got a contest with Dawn. She's got the particulars up in announcements, so go ahead and check that out. You don't want to miss Dawn's contest. She always has fun and great prizes with that. Hey Maggie, how you doing? And just remember, when you come in the room, just say something so I know that I can see. There we go. Hi all, happy Saturday. Alright, I'm just adjusting a light here. Maggie, how you doing? Good to see you, sweetie. Alright, so I've got 3 projects that I'm working on tonight. I've got a project that Jeff Haynie gave to our group to color for him from his new book that's coming out in November. And this particular piece is called Bat Cats from the Fantasy World of Jeff Haynie. Oh, fighting a migraine, thought this group time would help. Okay, Maggie, let me know if that background chiming, my music is bothering you. Maybe just turn the volume down. And then I've got a piece from Dawn, Denise Boyer. This is not in any of her books. She just sketched it up or drew it up or whatever she does with it. Hi, Sandy. Okay, so it doesn't bother you. Maggie, alright. Not at all? Okay. Well, let me know, Maggie. I want you to be comfortable. So Dawn did this piece. It's not part of a book. It's just something that she also gave to the group to color. And this is from, Very Merry Christmas by Debbie MACOMBER. And I've been working on this project as well. So we have got a lot to do and to pick from. So tell me how you guys are doing. I always like to ask, how's your day going on a scale from 1 to 10? Hi, Rhonda. Welcome, Rhonda Green. And welcome, Ginny. I always like to say hi to Ginny when Rhonda pops in the room. Rhonda, did you and Ginny get to color together today? So we've got quite a few pieces to choose from today. And I think I'm going to start off with Bat Cats. So let's have a little chat before you guys stick your noses in your coloring. How are things going? Oh, you just posted your pictures from last night. Okay, good. Good, good, good. All right, I'm going to do a little bit of sketching on... Jenny and I watch football games all afternoon. Okay. College, I'm assuming. Well, did your teams win? Zoom in. Zoom in. Oh, and Sandy, you started the Merry Christmas picture. Okay. Is this the one that I'm working on, or something different? Zoom in. The one I'm working on. Well, good, Sandy. Alright, so I'm going to do a little cosmetic stuff to Jeff's picture. Zoom in. Zoom in. Oh, Rhonda says no, but Michigan was a great game. Florida, Georgia, not so much. Uh-oh. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit of this cat face to Jeff's image here. And that way they're going to look roughly the same as the ones that we're working on. So let me get this. Hi, Sarah. So I'm just going to add just a little bit here. We'll have a little fun with that. Sarah, how the heck are things going for you? Good, you guess? Okay. What's going on? Alright, so let me go ahead and just gussy this one up a little bit as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and add a few whiskers, just like I did. Yeah, I think they look a lot, hi Maddie, I think they look a lot cuter with whiskers. I mentioned to Jeff that his cat ear, the cat ears were missing the one line. Let me go back here. Okay, and back to this one. Sorry, I don't mean to whip you around here. So Sarah says she got a car that needs work. I'm hoping my dad can help my husband fix it. Okay. I'm going to a baby shower party tomorrow. Fun. Good. But you could drive a different car. Husband has a work truck. Good. Okay. So I've got one more. So bear with me while I fix these. Hello, Tammy Myers. Sarah, I'm doing great. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. Okay, somebody's got perfume that's making me sneeze. Now, Tammy, you've been in here before with us, haven't you? Oh. Okay, so we've got these dressed up. That's what I thought, Tammy. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. I think we're in good shape now with these cats that are in the background. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. Oh, much better. What do you think, guys? I like that. Okay, so don't forget, this is a free printout, and also you can, work on adding the little faces like I did. It's not hard. Just copy what you see. Okay, so I've got that done. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to work on this moon. Tammy, this page is a freebie in our group. And welcome to everybody. You don't have to chat, but it's great if you just say hello. Alright, this piece is from Jeff Haynie. It's a freebie in our group from his new book coming up in November. And it's called The Fantasy World of Jeff Haynie. So he has been giving it out for people to color. And hopefully he likes what everybody's doing with it. Okay. Yeah, Tammy, just scroll through the group and you'll find it. So let's go ahead and I'm going to work on this moon. Hello, Wanda. Oh, that reminds me. Wanda's book for the horses now, you can find it on Amazon. So she notified Amazon that it wasn't showing up, and they went ahead and fixed that. So I was able to make an affiliate link out of it. So I'm going to go ahead and start on this moon here. And this color is called Maize, M-A-I-Z-E. It's from my Brett Funner 520 group. And again, guys, if you are interested in Wanda's book, just scroll through the group and you'll find it. She did a book on horses this time. All right, so what I want you to notice, zoom in. Zoom in. I'm going ahead and I'm starting up with this on yellow. And now you'll start to see how everything is coming together here. So guys, before you start coloring, tell me a little bit about your day today. Okay. Oh great, Sandy, you reordered your jelly pens that got lost, had to wait for the credit to show up. Okay. Cool. Now, one of the things that I like to do, and I've talked about this, and Rhonda and I have talked about it, is when you've got large areas to color, you do it in little segments. See how I'm doing this? You don't want to take wide swatches with your pencil. Zoom in. Oh, Maddie says, early this morning my brother-in-law woke me up and said we are being flooded, so there was drama. Ooh. But in the end we didn't have to leave. Thank God. Yes. Okay, so notice how I'm using very small circles to do this. I know that some of you, when you get into large areas, you tend to take large sweeps with your pencil, and that's not the way to do it. Maddie, I saw your pictures that you'd posted on Facebook about the flooding. Do you get flooded very often, or is this an anomaly, or what's the deal? And again, guys, Wanda's new book, Horses, is posted in the group and the affiliate, under an affiliate link. Wanda said she had a crazy day at work today. Our restaurant phone is a cell phone, and last night, oh no, one of our customers mistakenly picked up our phone and took it home with them. We didn't get back till closing time today. It was crazy, searching everywhere all morning and then trying to replace phone. But all is good now. And Maddie says lots of rain right now. Towns close by are flooded but not life-threatening. Just bothersome stuff in the basement. And in the streets, and everything is drenched. Oh. I'm so sorry, Maddie. Oh, you're on watch until 5 a.m. Most elderly live in this park. Lots of drama. Yeah. Oh, doggone it. Okay, so I'm working my way around this moon. Zoom out. Zoom out. Okay, there you go. Now, this is what's really going to make our picture come together. Now, I want a soft moon, so I'm going to use my Faber-Castell 103 Ivory. And I'm just going to go over it now. Now, this you can do your broad strokes, Rhonda. So, Wanda, you got the original cell phone back from the customer in time before you ordered a new one? Or got a new one? I want you to notice now how soft this is getting on this moon with this yellow. Zoom in. Zoom in. And I've got a little teeny tiny area here that I missed. So Wanda says, yeah, we got it back, but only after half the day was spent getting and setting up a new one. Oh, so now you've got two phones. Okay. So are you going to keep both phones, or what's the deal with that? Okay. Alright, so now we've got this moon softened with the Faber-Castell 103, which is our ivory pencil. Beautiful. Okay, now. Let's see here. Yeah, that's Vicky. She does that one time. So Wanda says, I don't know, I hated that phone and it's iPhone. But even the coworkers that have iPhones had trouble with it. Vicky, what you barking at, sweetie? Okay, now I'm going to take a Brett Funner 520. This is a nasturtium, and I'm going to add some orange to the moon. So we'll go ahead and just make it a nice light coating. That's kind of an interesting word to use, coating. I'm coating the moon. Coating, C-O-A-T-I-N-G. Zoom in. Oh, you're an Android user, Wanda? I don't like the restrictions, limitations Apple places on their products. Okay. Okay, now notice now how this orange is just starting to give us a nice little glow on the moon. I love my Apple stuff. I actually have one of the first Apple computers that has the signatures of everybody on the inside. Not that I care about that. I mean, I got the thing back in, I think it was 80 something, 1986 or something like that when it came out. Oh, that was so exciting. At the time. Okay, so I'm going ahead and I'm adding the orange. Whoops. To get a smooth part of the pencil there. I've got this little divot in my background. Doggone it, I gotta change my paper. So Sandy says she's an Apple user. I've got Apple everything. And Maddie says 1996 was my year for computers. Okay. I'll tell you what, I've got my Apple iWatch, and I love it. It alerts me if I'm having any irregular heartbeat or anything like that. It notes excessive heart rate. And it's also got fall detect on it. And of course I can make a phone call from it if there's any problem. Okay. So let's take a look. Sandy's got the watch, the iPad, and the phone. Exactly, Sandy. That's the three things I've got. What version is your watch, Sandy? I think the latest one is 7, and I think I have a 4 or a 5, whatever the one that has the first ones that came out with the fall detect. When you live alone, that watch could be a lifesaver. Oh, exactly. Oh man, I'm all over the place with this. Yeah, see, I've got the date on mine, the time, the temperature, which I really like, my battery life, any messages that I have, and my little phone call icon. So I'm real happy with that. It's got everything that I want. And Maddie says she's got Apple iPhone. Yeah. You know, and there's pluses and minuses to everything. But I'm not one of those Apple nuts that gets a new phone every year. I can't afford that, first of all. Okay, so now what I'm going to do with this moon is I want you to notice, zoom out. What I want you to notice is I'm going to get lighter and lighter with my orange. And I'm going to make sure now that my transition blends enough, right? There's that B word again. Until we're down to our yellow portion. Okay. Then I'm going to go back with my yellow, which was my maize, which is my bread funner. and we'll go ahead and blend that in. Oh yay, Wanda says she's got her copy of A Horse's Beauty arriving Monday. Good. Now, guys, keep in mind that the whole key to this thing is your layering. So now I'm going to go back and take my Faber-Castell, .103, which is my ivory, and smooth out this puppy. Now, since you guys are in this group, you know that layering becomes extremely important. And there's nothing complex about your layering at all. Zoom in. Now notice I've got some texture on here. A little bit of texture from the orange. And from the yellow. Now, if you want to smooth that out a little more, fine, have at it. All right, let's take a look at this. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. All right, see how that's starting to look? Alright, let's see what we got here. Now, I'm going to take a Faber-Castell, and this is what? A hard to see. 223. And I'm going to add one more effect on this moon. How do you guys like the darker top and then the lighter on the bottom? Now again, you can smooth out as you want. Or leave it rough as you want. Zoom in. Now, I also want you to notice too, and I've talked a lot about this as well, I've made the color transition from this orangey red to the yellow, but I also left some of the orangey red on the other side of the piece. So in other words, I didn't go directly orange to yellow. Even here I've got a little bit of orange. And I've always told you that when you're going through, if you have something blocking where you're coloring, I try to bring that color to the other side a little bit, just so that that transition looks more accurate. Okay, so now I'm going to take my Faber-Castell, zoom in, and now I'm going to give it a darker rim. Now, what I want you to see here, I've got my pencil almost at the very end here, holding it. And what I'm doing now is I'm outlining my darker orange. For this effect all the way through. Zoom out, zoom out. So I want you to see now this whole piece while I'm doing this. So the main object of this lesson here and this demonstration is I don't want you to see the moon as just a solid yellow coloring. Now, I like this streaky-ish look here. I just think it gives it some nice texture. By the way, guys, how is my volume tonight? Does it sound okay? All right. Six and clear. Okay, good. Thank you. And notice the streaking here that I'm doing on it. Now I've got a little bit of a yellow blotch right here, so I'm going to tone that down. Okay. And then what you can do is go through and just play with the general overall tone now of your moon. And again, I'm holding my pencil at the very end here because I just want that very light touch. I can't emphasize that enough, that every time you put your pencil tip down, you are transferring color, and some people don't realize that, and they'll push their pencils harder than they need to be, and then they start losing the subtleties of the coloring project. Okay, another little blotch here that I see. And if you're new to coloring, I don't want you to have this layering intimidate you. It's nothing at all. It really is nothing. Sarah, you still with us? You're awfully quiet tonight. Okay. So I've left this streaking because I want that to be on there. Zoom in. I think it looks really good. Okay, so now I'm going to come down here just a little bit. And we'll bring this down. Now remember too that you can blend with your previous colors. So here's my yellow. And then you can bring your yellow down to your very bottom, which is, this is the lightest part of my moon. Okay, now here's what I want you to notice as well. Sarah says, yes, I'm here with Singing with Frozen. Alright, do you notice how I've got this darker orange on the angle working, and I've got it from about the 1 o'clock position down to about the 7 o'clock position. So I've got this tilted. I didn't do just the darker on the top and then the lighter on the bottom. Okay, I want you to keep stuff like that in mind. This whole picture, the way that Jeff drew it, is it's angled. See that? And so I angled the coloring of the moon with the angling of the bat, and that made everything work this way. Now I'm going to curve this a little more. There we go. See how I'm adding these curved lines a little bit? And what I want you to see is the way that I've got these curved lines running, it's natural for you to follow this all the way around. And that's the point. So you can see that natural flow all the way around. And that's what makes this look really cool. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. There you go. And you can fuss with it a little bit if you want. Don't get too fussy with it. All right. Now I'm going to do one little small thing here. This is a rhododendron color by Brett Funner 520. Zoom in. Zoom in. And what it is, it's a darkish purple-ish red. And I'm going to do one little addition here. Zoom in. On the very, very edge of this, I'm going to take that darkish red now and I'm going to go on the very edge. And it's a very subtle addition to the coloring. And then I'm going to carry it around to about there. And when you do this, make sure that you blend it in. You don't just want a dark line streaking around the outside. That poor little bat, I made him purple. Okay, zoom out. Zoom out. Now look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? There you go. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is how I color a moon. Now, again, I've left it a little streaky on purpose because I like it that way. But this is where you can also come in with your Faber-Castell 103. Yes, it does make it glow, as Maddie says. Any questions about how I did this? Okie dokie smoky. Now I'm going to play with these bats a little bit because this will add to the whole effect that I want on this moon. And what I'm going to do, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Now these are my bats that are in the distance. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch pens because that one's being stupid. And I'm going to make these bats that are closer to the moon black. Now, for the moment, I'm going to leave my brown in here. And I'm simply using a black Pilot pen to do this because it gives me the blackest of black. And then we'll go ahead and color the other side here. And there is a method to my madness here. So be patient. Got to be careful around these little beads that Jeff put in on this cat, the one that's closer up. All right, let me turn this slowly. Now, unlike other colorists, you know that I like to show you details of what I'm doing, and this is why I give you these close-up shots. Zoom out. So it may look a little wonky close up, but once you get into the proper view, it looks terrific. Zoom out. All right, look at that. Now, what I want you to notice here is that by coloring these bat wings black, or cat wings black, it pushes the face forward. Now, also keep in mind, zoom in, that this bat cat, which is furthest away now, you're not going to see any detail. So this little guy, I'll just go ahead and color him in completely. And if you like, you can go ahead and extend these wings just a little bit, just embellish them a little more than what Jeff did. I'm sure Jeff won't mind. And it looks like I didn't get my orange quite up to here. All right, I'll let that dry and then I'll brush it off. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. Look at that. Isn't that cool? By making this black, this pushes this face forward. Okay, couple more here. Let me push over this way. Zoom in. Zoom in. Oh, let's see here. Zoom in, zoom in. So now I'm going to go ahead and zoom in. Now I'm going to go ahead and embellish these guys. And notice that I'm extending the wing just a little bit. And I'm extending the little bumpy on here just a little bit. Guys, have fun with your pieces. Hello, Melissa. Melissa, good to see you. Okay. Melissa, how is your day going, sweetie? And Maggie, how are you doing, sweetie? Are you relaxing? And hopefully your migraine is going away. You hanging in there with us, sweetie? Okay. So Melissa says, going okay, considering it rained all day and my body doesn't like it. Went to church and gave out candy to the little ones. Oh, cool. Okay, zoom out. Now, again, within reason, we can go ahead and enhance this cat a little bit. And what I like to do is I just trace around the outside and just make it a little bit thicker and thicker. No drawing skill required, guys. Just trace out what Jeff put there. There you go. Looking pretty cool. I'm doing great, Melissa. I feel really good today. I finally got rested. I felt so bad when I ended the broadcast a little sooner than I normally do. But I'm doing okay now. Okay, so let's go ahead, and we've got another little bat right here. Now, this bat here, I did the veins black, because remember I did the veins different colors. So I'm not going to worry about that. Zoom in. I'm going to go ahead and I will just go ahead and color over that. And guys, this is a perfect example of going with the flow. That other bat in the upper left hand corner, I colored around the veins that I had colored brown, right? And remember when I started this piece on these cats, bat cats that are in the more distant view, I colored the veins different colors. So I did this one black, I did the other one orange, and one brown. Well, here I've decided now to go ahead and color in the bat arms or cat arms black. And so I'm coloring over the veins. There won't be any veins in this one. Of course, I can always take my Arteza white and go ahead and put them in if I want. But this is where I mean about going with the flow. Had I known that I was going to color the bats in completely black, I wouldn't have made those veins black. I hope that all made sense. And this is why I keep telling you guys until I'm blue in the face, you've got to be flexible when you're coloring. Things change, and just because you have one thing in mind doesn't mean that it's necessarily going to come out that way, right? Okay, I missed an area here. Does that make sense, peeps? I've seen so many of you set yourself up for disappointment because you'll say, well, it didn't come out the way I wanted. Well, as you're adding your colors and you're creating your picture, it changes, and you need to be willing to change with that. So this particular bat will not have veins. So Rhonda says I made mine orange, so filling in the center in black. Excellent. Oh, how cool does that look? Zoom out. Zoom out. Now, I want you to notice something on this little one too. You've got little spiky things here on this bat, on this side, but Jeff didn't draw them in here. So, I'm going to add a little spiky thing. And I'm also going to add another little spiky thing right here. And that way we're balanced out a little more. Okay, so I'm going to slide over here. Zoom in. So this little guy I had gone through and I made orange. So this one now I can go ahead and leave that. Oh, how cool does that look? Okay, so let's move that over. All right, let me rotate this. Oh, how cute is that? So what do you think, guys, so far? Let's see here. Oh, so Maddie said, I just printed out Jeff's picture. Finally, good idea to turn off the machine and turn it back on again and unplug. Oh, yeah. Good. I do that with my phone periodically too. I'll do that maybe once a week or so. Once every couple weeks. Okay. 2 more spots here. And one little tiny spot here. Okay, zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. So what do you think? Zoom in. I'm thinking it looks pretty cute. Now, if you happen to have a stencil that are bats, you could even add more bats if you wanted to. Or you could trace one of the bats that Jeff did and transfer that onto your page and add a couple more bats. cute. I like it. Now, if you wanted to, you could go ahead and blacken in maybe one of the cat's wings. As well. Let me think about that a minute. Now, I've already made the wings here, the veins black, so if I were to blacken in this cat's wings, we'd have a little bit of interference right here. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do, Jenny did like the original pic when I showed her. Then today I showed her what we did last night and she loves it. Definitely interested in coloring hers now. Think it's ADT. What's ADT? Oh, adorable. Okay. I've made a decision. And I'll explain to you why I'm doing this. I'm only going to do it on one of these larger bats. Now, normally when you color, you want to have a focal point of your picture. But sometimes you just aren't going to, and that's all right. So we're going to go pretty bold with this. Zoom in. And you'll see my thinking in a few minutes. Just gotta trust me on this one. Okay, now I'm going to pop over to this side. I think this is going to be a winner. Now, if you're following along with me, you can go ahead, of course, and use a black marker to cover this larger area, color or cover. But since I already started out with the pen, I'm going to keep going with it. But what I want you to notice in using the pen is I'm going in one direction with it, except at the very end here when I need to fill in just before my brown color. And that way it keeps a pattern going, which really makes the bat look pretty cool too. All right. So the point here is, excuse me while I move, keep your ink strokes as consistent as possible. And that way it won't look wonky. All right. So what I'll do here is I'll do my outline. Oops, excuse me. And then I'll go ahead and go as much as I can in the same direction. And then this last spot, I'm going to go ahead and we'll angle that down. Because the wing does. And again, I'm taking advantage of the texture of the ink in my pen. Zoom out. Let's take a look. Isn't that cool? Zoom out. Isn't that beautiful how that's coming together? Zoom in. Good night, Miss Melissa. Zoom in. Now again, when I'm doing my edges here, I need to go against the grain, but that's okay. All right. And again, notice the furry, streaky look that we're getting on the wings, and that's exactly what I wanted. Okay. And then our last segment. And what I want you to notice here is that with my pen, I'm able to make a really nice texture on these wings. Beautiful. Okay, now I've got one little area here on my wing that I missed earlier, so I do have to do that. Bear with me, guys. And then you'll see this. Oh, how pretty is that texture? And look at that, guys. See that streaking? That really makes it look cool on that wing. Check it out. You see it? Zoom in. I really want you to see that. And I also want you to notice that even though that we have a little bit of a conflict here with another black wing, this texture makes it look different enough. Zoom out. So please do not underrate your black pens, guys. Zoom out. Zoom out. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? All right. Let me grab some water here. Do you guys want me to continue on this picture, or do you want me to pop over to another one? Actually, I'm thinking that I want to stay with this one because I want to work on these other wings here for you. Up to me. I think I'm going to stay put. Oh, around another one. Well, let's see. Alright, if you guys are coloring along with me, then sit tight on this with me. I love how this is coming out, and I hope you're enjoying it. Okay. So, I've got my little dragon. And I think I want to go on my mailbox. Very Merry Christmas, Debbie MACOMBER. Okay. Let me get my background. I am very happy with the way this is turning out. Let me do a little cleanup on this. Now, I want you to notice a couple of things on here. The snow, zoom in. Zoom in. The snow looks, it's picking up some of the color underneath. So this is where we either need to use the acrylic paint or another layer of our pen or another layer of the Posca paint. And that will happen when you've got purples and reds. That's going to come through. Don't have a heart attack over it. It's just something that you got to deal with in coloring. Okay. I need to move some cases around here. Give me a moment, please. Now, I have some Ohuhu acrylic paint markers. They're metallic colors. And what I thought I would do is go ahead and pull out some of these. And I don't know if you can hear this, but they've got a little shaker thing in them. You got to shake it up. Give me one moment here while I get these activated. Oh. The generosity of this group is amazing. These were gifted to us. Okay. So, I'm going to work with an orange and a blue. Zoom in. I'm in the mood to do some ornaments here. So again, these are Ohuhu acrylic paint markers, metallic colors. These are the extra fine tip, smooth flow, non-toxic, quick dry, and waterproof. Zoom in. So let me go ahead and start this up. And when you use these guys, they're like a paint. And if you're careful, you can go ahead and get into your little teeny tiny spots. And I'm just dabbing on here just for control. Not too shabby. And if you feel that you need to go over the areas a second time, you can. Alright, we'll see how those dry. I'm sorry, I don't mean to keep moving on you. Whoops, got a little doobie there. Okay, we're going to let that dry now. And I'm just shaking up another pen here. Now I have a Zaire brand, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. I have a Zaire brand metallic, water-based, opaque ink, fine point, acid-free, non-toxic and safe, water resistant. So I found a really pretty purple. Zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Ooh, look how pretty that is. I think I like the Zaire brand a little more. The Ohuhus, even though they're fine point, it's rounded, but this point here has a sharper tip. Okay, so we'll go this line here. And let me turn this slowly for you. Zoom in. Yeah, I definitely like the Zaire better. I feel like I have a lot more control. And this purple that I put on earlier, already dry. Look at that. Bam! Love it. I missed a spot, didn't I? No, I didn't. Hold on. Okay, so now I have a really pretty turquoise. So I'm going to go ahead and add this. And of course, guys, take your time. All right, let me turn this. And I'll let that dry. feel like a kid in a candy store here, picking out all these colors. Whee! And I was going to use a pink there, but it looks too much like the purple. So give me a moment. There we go. All right. See you tomorrow, Maggie. You okay? Okay, Maggie, you take care. All right, back to my oh-hoo-hoos. Hello, Kathy. Now I've got a little bit of a blotchy spot on the oh-hoo-hoos, so I'm going to take a toothpick and spread that color out a little better. There we go. Hello, Kathy. Alright, so now I'm going to go up to this ornament while everything else is drying. And I'm going to put in this red. This is my Zaire again. Kathy, what you been up to? Now, on these metallic pens, you pump out the color or the product, and if you feel that your paint, which is what these are, it's metallic paint, is getting a little light, then you just give your pen a little push, just like your Posca pen. And you don't have to push much. You get just enough out there, and then you get your coverage. And you've got to work relatively quickly. Okay, so there's my red. And I'm going to come in with my Ohuhu acrylic, and we'll go ahead and do a yellowish green. Now, you guys know that I'm not going to leave these with just this paint on this, right? I'm just basically getting my colors down here. So Kathy says, really not much, same old, but all is good. All right, good. So remember guys, this is paint. You're using a paint stick. Okay. Now, I want to show you something. These ohoo-hoos are supposed to be extra fine, but I want to show you the difference between the points. The one on the right is the ohoo-hoo. The one on the left is the Zaire. And this is why I like the Zaire a little better. You have a lot more control with that sharper tip. Okay? Alright, let's take a look at our ornaments here. Zoom out. Zoom out. Excuse me while I move markers here. And they do not go through at all. Zoom out. Check it out. Zoom in. And once they dry, it looks pretty nifty. It really does. Now remember, you're using metallics, so the color is going to be a lot duller, but it will shine. Okay. Zoom in. Zoom in. Okay, Wanda, thank you. Now your colors are going to look a little wonky at first, but once you get them in, you'll see how the effect looks. And I especially want you to see this here on this particular ornament. The orange. Now, the orange, this was my ohoo-hoo marker. And the orange is a little spottier than what I would like. Okay. But I will fix that in a moment. And the key operative word here, guys, while you're doing this is patience. How pretty. Zoom out. Zoom out. Okay. Zoom out. Not bad. And all of this is dried. Okay. Zoom in. So now I'm going to go ahead and do this other ornament. It's got green leaves on it. zoom in. And again, guys, keep in mind you are just literally painting on your piece with this stuff. And notice how I'm being as careful as I can to go around the little sprig. Thank you, Wanda. The little sprigs here. Ah. Hold on. Make it back in camera range here. Sorry. You know me, I go wandering every once in a while. Okay, now we got to get into some teeny tiny areas here. Okay. Now, I've got some little red areas here for the berries. And I am going to take my red marker let me find a good red, pink. Give me a moment here. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead now and just color up my little berries with my red marker. Now, when you're doing something like this, Don't get lost into just using one medium. In other words, just because you color the other part of the ornament, the metallic, doesn't mean, because see, I don't have a good bright metallic red. Now, I'm going to take that same red, because I think this will look really good. Let me turn this around so I know where I am. And I'm going to do the rest of my ornament with my red marker. So again, isn't that pretty? So don't get caught up here in just having to do one thing. All right, one more little area here. Okay, now I have another little ornament part right up here by my flag. So obviously I don't want to use orange or, I'm sorry, red or green. So I'm going to use a bright yellow. And a bright orange. And don't forget that you can do repeated strokes in order to intensify your color. So I'm using water-based markers here. I'm just going to do that whole section orange because I bled over. Don't tell on me. There we go. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. Kathy said that she won't. Okay. And I also missed my blue sky right here. There we go. Okay. Alright, so what do you guys think of these ornaments? So I'm going to go back over my orange when I first started out. I'm not happy with that. Now again, these are not going to be the final, ornaments here. You know I'm going to do more on these, right? Oh, missed one. Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. Okay. So I'm going to go back over with my orange. Oh man, that is really splotching. Now, Maddie, you had stepped out when I was showing the difference between the points on between these two markers. So I'll show this again just for you. The one on the right is the Ohuhu. This is supposed to be an extra fine point. And the one on the left is my Zaire. So you can see the difference as far as control that you have with these. And that's why I like the Zaire a lot better. Okay. Zoom out. Zeyar. And these are supposed to be I don't know, extra points. And they come with little refills here. So you can put in different points. Now unfortunately they don't say on here what, oh, fine point. Yeah, these are fine point. So I would recommend that you not get the Ohuhu. Alright. Okay. zoom in. So hang with me a few extra minutes while I decorate this last ornament. Okay? Now this happens to be the Ohuhu that I'm using. Now, if I'm really super careful, I can get into tiny areas with the Ohuhus. But I'm just not thrilled. I'm just not thrilled with the point. Get my point? Ha ha ha. Oh, I'm bad. Okay. Let me find the marker that I was using that went somewhere. It never ceases to amaze me that I can have my supplies right in front of me and they scoot out somewhere. All right. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay, so now I'm going to take a red water-based marker to add my second color. So you'll have a part metallic, part marker surface here. And that's what I was saying earlier, is when you're coloring and you're using, for example, metallic marker, don't get carried away and necessarily feel you know, do everything in metallic. you can mix your media. I don't know about you, but sometimes when I get going with one thing. So that's where you stop and take a step back, okay? Hello, Rita. Good to see you, sweetie. Did you have fun at your party? What kind of party was it, Rita? And now I'm going to take a very bright green, just because. A fantastic Halloween party with a group of old friends. Everybody dressed up eating tacos and wonderful desserts. And right now I'm finishing off a gluten-free cupcake. Oh, making me hungry. Okay. Zoom out. Zoom out. I'm so disappointed in you guys. It took Rita at the end of my broadcast to be the first person to talk about food. What's wrong with you ladies? My gosh. Zoom out. Okay, now our ornaments are a little lost right now because we've got a lot of colors going on here. But we have an ornament here, 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 and down here. So tomorrow night I'm going to decorate them. And that way we'll have them standing out a little better and all this stuff that's going on. But what I wanted you to see tonight is how we got a big portion of this right hand side garland. So I'm thinking right now it's looking pretty cool. And I think we'll have a good looking piece. Oh, I've got one more ornament over here. I'm not going to do it now. We've run out of time. Anybody have any questions or comments before I sign off for the evening? You like it? You don't like it? This doesn't maybe tickle your fancy? It does. It does tickle your fancy. But regardless, I hope you learned something. And don't forget that Wanda's book, her horses book, has been released. And if and when she can get me a copy of it, I will be glad to page through it and show it to everybody. Alright guys, I'm calling it an evening. Oh, Maddie said fancy is tickled. Thank you. Oh, Maddie, you make me laugh. Oh, and I will be adding, yes, Wanda, I will be adding glitter to the ornaments. Just not tonight. Whee! Okay, guys, I'm having too much fun with you. This is ILene Vick for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. Guys, joyous, joyous coloring. I know you hear me say that every night, but I really mean it. Love on each other like you do. If someone hasn't shown up, please, in the group, please, please, please do not hesitate to send them a text. That's what we do here, and that's what we're getting known for. We give a damn about each other, right? Rhonda, how is Paula Wade doing, by the way? Tell me real quick. So I'm really loving doing this picture for you. And I think I've got a pretty good do on it. I've got another pine cone to do yet, and then I will gussy up the ornaments, and I'll get this other one colored that I missed. Okay? Alright, Rhonda, I'll check with you afterwards about Paula if you don't have a chance to answer. Take care. Love on each other. Have good thoughts about me. I try. And I will see you guys tomorrow night, same time, same place. You have a good rest of the evening. Don't get in too much trouble. Just a little bit, but not too much. Alright guys, bye. Love ya. Good night.